Okay, here we go. I've got quite a few fights planned out, so let's just jump straight into it. With our first erratic weather fight. So first up is Reed, which is a sun fight. So let's grab the team. We need Conqueror, we need Archeops, Beedrill, Rhyperia, Salazzle, and Tyranitar. Okay, first, we need to do a little bit of leveling. Conqueror needs to go to level 90, Archeops to level 90, Rhyperia's fine, Beedrill's fine, Salazzle needs to go to 91, and Tyranitar 87 is fine. So, time to grab items. So, I need black belt for Conqueror. I need a hard stone for Archeops. And some berries. I need a Pecha berry on Tyranitar. I need a citrus berry for Salazzle. Then I need any of these Pinch-Eye Pupper on Rhyperia. And I need Mega Beedrill. And finally, I need a little bit of both burn and tree damage on Conqueror. I need it burned at 243 HP. There we go. Okay, perfect. And with that, we are ready to go jump into the first fight. Yeah, so I think I've got 8 fights I think I've got planned right now. I don't quite have all of the erratic weather fights, mainly because I started having to take a few risks on some of them, which means I don't want to kind of plan out lines and then end up losing them on. But that's okay, I'll just figure I'd run some now, then I can cook the rest later. Okay. Here we go. Into 129. Oh, there's our fight just up there. Okay. Here it is. Quick save in case. Just in case. And we can jump into this first fight. So, here we go. We have Swimmer Reed in the sun. Perfect. So, Conqueror with its pre-burned guts and the black belt just kills this with superpower. Perfect. Crit did not matter. And now, thanks to our pre-damage, so there's a couple of things to note. So there's two different things going on here that's going to control our bait. The Greninja in next, even though we are -1 defense and it should see a kill with Gunk Shot, there is a bug with Protean where it sees all its moves as being reduced in power by the sun, so it does not see that Gunk Shot kills me, so it won't send in Greninja. Cloyster should also see a kill with 5 hits of Icicle Spear because it has Skill Link, but for calcing Switch in, it doesn't see that it has Skill Link yet, so it calcs with 3 hits, which does not see a kill. So this means you should look to the next mon then, which is Archeops, which always sees a kill with Air Slash and only Air Slash. This is a special Archeops with Meteor Beam Power Herb, but because it always sees a kill with Air Slash, it will always go for Air Slash. I hope I've done everything right. Perfect. Here comes Archeops. So, plan here is just to simply go into my own Archeops. It doesn't take too much from this Air Slash, and because we've got that bit of a level advantage and I have max speed on mine, I can simply just kill it with a Rock Slide. Perfect. So this is going to bait in Jolteon. It's the only mon that's faster than me, and it sees a kill with either of its electric moves. That including Volt Switch, that's fine. Yeah, perfect. Because we are going to swap out here into Rhyperior. It's immune to electric, so it won't take anything, and obviously can't be Volt Switch out. Just hang on 1 second. Just gotta take a phone call. Okay, I'm back. Apologies. So, Rhyperia obviously took nothing from that. Yeah, Rhyperia obviously took nothing from that electric move, and we are now baiting always a hidden power grass. We are going to swap in our Beetle. Perfect. We take basically nothing from that. Perfect. And now we can Mega Evolve and kill with Leech Life. Perfect. Leech Life kills. And we're also back to full HP. Now, because of that, once again, Greninja does not see a kill on us because of the Protean bug. Otherwise, Hidden Power Fire would be a kill, but it doesn't see that. So instead, it is going to be Cloyster, which even with only calculating 3 hits, it sees a kill with both Rock Blast and Weather Ball. So it's going to send out Cloyster here. So it should be Cloyster. Perfect. Now that it's on the field, it does calc with 5 hits, so it actually sees that all 3 of its attacking moves kill, but it does mean that there is no Shell Smash either. So, let me double check my notes. My notes just say to switch out, so I'm just going to hold to that. I think we could just U-turn there as well and deal a good chunk, but I don't think it matters. We're going to switch into Rhyperia. Rhyperia takes random move. Icicle Sphere is the worst move we could have picked, but this is why we have Berry. Basically, if we get multiple crits, it'll trigger the Berry and take us back up, because no one hit can deal more than the trigger range for the Berry. But that's fine, because now we are basing only an Icicle Sphere, which means we can switch into Salazzle. Salazzle takes an Icicle Sphere. This thing can't click Shell Smash there, even if it was high HP, even if it didn't see a kill, because our Rock Breaker shows it a kill. So yeah, Salazzle takes this. Because that's crit, I think we'll eat our Citrus Berry, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, we actually just don't, which is fine. Now, thanks to the sun and this thing's terrible special defense, a Flamethrower just kills it. And once again, thanks to the Protean bug, Greninja does not see a kill, so it will be going into Arcanine here. Perfect, this is Arcanine, and now this is only ever Scorching Sands. Which means because it's only Scorching Sands, we can switch for free into Archeops. Perfect. And now, thanks to our Hardstone, this Rock Slide simply kills. Perfect. So now it's Greninja Blast. We can just switch to Tyranitar to handle this. I'm gonna see, can I U-turn? No, I can't U-turn because it's faster than me and I am dead to Dark Pulse Crit. But that's fine. Go into Tyranitar. Okay, he's going for spikes, that's completely fine. So, now that we're out, this can only ever be Gunk Shot, Hidden Power, Fire, or Spikes. It can never be Dark Pulse, which means we can just crunch twice and we always win. We always live the 2 hits. Welcome in, thanks for coming, thanks for the luck. I haven't quite cooked all of the fights yet. Oh yeah, that poison is why we have a Pecha, because the only way it could have possibly killed was with poison. I could have also just given it like a citrus berry, but I just did a Pecha because why not? Anyway, doesn't matter. Tyranitar just kills now. So yeah, I haven't quite got all of Erratic Weather cooked yet, but a couple of the fights towards the end I have ended up having to take a few risks on, and I kind of wanted to take those risks before I finish cooking the rest. So there we go, that's the first fight down. So it's perfect, you can just head on back. Yeah, that one was completely riskless, which is always nice. So fly back and get ready to jump into the next fight. I haven't, no. I was going to try a bit yesterday afternoon, but I kind of just got in the vibe for calcing and was just sort of calcing these. I just got in the groove and I just kept doing it, so I didn't really try it out. I probably will a bit sort of this weekend, because now, like, after I finish this stream, I won't be able to stream until at least Monday, and I don't think it'll take me all that time to cook the last couple of Erratic Weather fights, assuming I don't, lose before then. But so I feel like I probably will give it a bit of a try over the weekend, but we'll see. Okay, next up we have a double. So I'm gonna go Kabutops, I think, is Kabutops' first appearance. We need Conkeldurr. We need B, who's already there. We need Ludi. We need Torkoal. And we need Sandy as our last mon. Perfect. Okay, so I just need to double check if Torkoal is close to leveling up. It's not, so we're fine. So I don't need to adjust that. So I do need to do a little bit of leveling though. Beedrill needs to go up to 90. Of course, correct, you're correct. Actually, that's the only level I need to do. Perfect. Then items. I actually only need 2 items. I need Mega Stone for Beedrill. Sorry, 3. I need a Citrus Berry on Shandy. And I need a choice band, so I'll need to... do I have a flyer? I don't have a flyer. So I'll grab a flyer and go swap out for a choice band. But anyway, Kazi, how have you been enjoying Null? You made any progress since your stream yesterday? swear whenever I'm swapping, I always click A through too quickly. Anyway, we have the choice band now. We're giving that choice band to Concorder. We can fly back. So this is actually an interesting one. Another thing, I could have actually used leftovers here instead of choice band, because I'm using choice band because I could have used guts instead of choice band for the damage boost, but I didn't want the residual damage from the burn, because then I would have eventually baited a kill. I'm now realizing I could have actually just gone burnt for that and leftovers, but again, that's basically the same thing, so it doesn't matter. And this line still works completely fine, so that's okay. Last thing, we need a pre-damaged Torkoal. That one to 162 HP. Perfect. Okay, and now we can head for this fight. Oh, that's right. I've got a low-level mon in front of my party, so I can actually get stuff even with the repel. That's fine. Zappator is a dupe, so this isn't an encounter. I'm just going to swap so I know I can run away. Should be able to run away with you. Jesus. You know what? Screw you. You can die for being this much of a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'll just swap my lead around. Make sure I can't get an encounter. I'll just make sure to heal up quickly. And then I'll just swap my lead for a bit. I'll make sure to just swap it back before we go into the fight. That's normally just done. So here we go. This is our next fight that we have to do, which is Chase and Allison. Okay, swap our mons back because we should have Concorder in slot 2, which should be opposite the Bruxish. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Jason Allison. So they start with Colossal and Bruxish. In the sun, slots are correct. Conqueror is facing the Bruxish. Perfect. So here we have Bruxish has Acrojet to side, go with side Acrojet in the sun, which doesn't do too much to Colossal here, to trigger both its weakness policy to double its attack and special attack, and Steam Engine to max its speed out and make it faster than everything. So, well, we're going to let that happen, mainly because I physically don't think there's any way you can stop it, because you can't fake out Bruxish because of that. It has Dazzling, and showing Bruxish a fast kill just makes it a 50-50 pretty much. So, here we're just going to let it happen, because we don't really care. But Colossal here sees a kill with only Solar Beam into Kabutops. That's it. So, on this... oh yeah, true. Follow me, Clef. Yeah, I forgot Follow Me was the thing. So then, yeah, you can probably also then be able to get... there's a couple other mons that get it too. There's, like, Shinotic, I'm pretty sure, gets Spotlight, which is the same thing. So, that's probably the only way. But anyway, that doesn't matter. On the Solar Beam, we are going to swap into Beedrill, because even with the weakness policy, it's 4 times resisted. It doesn't do too much. And Conqueror, meanwhile, with our Choice Band, is going to kill the Colossal with Hammer Arm. So yeah, there we go. Steam Engine triggers, maxes out its speed, weakness policy triggers, doubles its attacks. Very scary. So it goes, but it uses Solar Beam into Beedrill, which does not do too much. That was even a crit, and it barely did anything, but that's fine. So, Hammer Arm kills it. So, next will come out Heliolisk. It sees a fast kill into base Beedrill, so it's going to come out. Cool. So Heliolisk comes out. It's Life Orb, Solar Power. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. But Mega Beedrill with U-turn kills Heliolisk. So we're going to do that. Mega Beedrill will be the fastest thing on the field. Because we are currently in base Beedrill though, Bruxish, one, it doesn't see that we would fast kill it, so it won't Aquajet us. But it does see a slow kill. It sees currently a fast kill with Psychic Fangs because it's faster than base Beedrill. So it's going to be clicking Psychic Fangs into Beedrill. We will Mega Evolve, become quicker, and kill the Heliolisk. Meanwhile, Conqueror is just going to Hammer Arm Bruxish. This is in a very good range where it'll always do more than 50%, so this is going to two-shot it, but it will never kill with a crit. So it stays consistent. So we're just going to Hammer Arm there. So Beedrill Mega Evolves. And U-turn just kills Heliolisk. And now, just let me double check, I believe I'm sending out Torkoal. Yes. Sending out Torkoal. So Torkoal is pre-damaged here, so that after it takes one Psychic Fangs and then always base kill with another Psychic Fangs. There we go. And this Hammer Arm comes out, There we go, it crits, but that crit never kills, which is important. Yeah, cool. So now this is Lapras coming out. Both of these mons see a kill on Torkoal, because Torkoal is at 75 HP. Mineral Psychic Fangs is 81, so that always sees a kill. And Lapras sees a kill with, well, always with Ice Beam, which is mid 93, or Weather Ball, which is, well, actually not always with Weather Ball, but always with Ice Beam at minimum 93. So Torkoal is going to protect on these two attacks, and Conkeldurr is going to use Hammer Arm to kill Lapras. Perfect. Perfect. And all of Lapras' moves were single target, so it could never do anything with a spread to target Conkeldurr. Perfect. So that kills, and we're now in a 2v1. So, because we went with Choice Band rather than Guts, is actually this turn here. Because if we had taken 3 burn ticks by now with Conkeldurr, Psychic Fangs from Bruxish would see a kill into Conk. But because we've gone Choice Band instead, it's the same damage boost, but we don't take that damage. So it means now this is always a Psychic Fangs into Torkoal, which means we can switch Torkoal out, and we are switching it out for Chandelure. Yep, Chandelure never dies to this. And then Conkeldurr is just actually going to kill Bruxish with a Hammer Arm. Which again, because with our damage range, that was always dealt 50% with each, so we're fine, it always kills. Yeah, our Citrus here, it doesn't really matter. Cool. Now, with Conkeldurr in our baiting slot here, we are going to bait out the Toucannon first, because Toucannon is going to come in to hit us with a Brave Bird, but it's not going to get that chance because Chandelure just fast kills it with Overheat. So this, yeah, Toucannon always dies. And in the meantime, we can switch Conkeldurr out. And we're going to switch it out for Beedrill. This is a Life Orb, so it's not a Sash or anything. But again, Sheer Force Life Orb, it does crazy damage, but that doesn't matter, it is dead. So finally, the last mon is Nido King. Because obviously Beedrill is faster than it, so it's not going to go for it, but it is faster than Chandelure. So it is going to be going for, actually because of our Citrus Berry, it is going to be going for only Earth Power kill into Chandelure. Welcome in, Mark. We are doing pretty well at the moment. We're starting off, well, it's a couple of riskless fights to start off, but we'll see how it goes for the rest. So this will be Earth Power into Chandelure. We're going to swap it out into Ludicolo. Meanwhile, Beedrill is just going to click Leech Life into this. It's Sheer Force. Well, actually, we can't get poisoned because we're a poison type anyway, but whatever. We'll just slowly kill it. That does, for a resisted move, it's a frankly stupid amount of damage. Earth Power into Ludicolo does basically nothing. And now we can simply fake it out and Leech Life again. This probably kill, well, this might kill, but if not, Beedrill's the fastest thing, it can just kill it next turn anyway. No, it doesn't kill, that's okay. Yeah, that's fair. I haven't checked it out. It doesn't matter what you click, you just kill. Yeah, I haven't. I've watched a bit of null content so far, but I haven't tried it out yet. I was going to try it out a bit yesterday, and then I just got a roll on cooking these fights that I'm going to run today. But I think I'll probably try it out a little bit over the weekend. And there we go. That's the second fight of Erratic Weather done. And we can head on. Oh, God. I forgot about this again. I need to switch my lead mon, because I'm currently leading with an underleveled mon, so I can actually get encounters. You shouldn't be able to kill you. Yeah, I've had a bit of a look through the docs, and some of the stuff looks just absolutely demonic. So, we'll see. My Conqueror should be faster than a random Delmai's, I believe. Yeah. And then switch my lead. Anyway, can run back, hug the wall, and there's no optionals to worry about. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty tough. But, I mean, in a way, it's sort of no different to what, you know, Brawley and Roxanne are in this. Like, the amount of power level their teams have compared to your, you know, like 20 and 25 caps is pretty extreme. Like, it's pretty similar to that Mega versus a normal mon. So honestly, I'd say, like, compared to this, it's a bit easier. But also, I haven't actually played, so maybe maybe it feels a bit different when you're actually playing. Okay. So, grab items back. And get ready for the next one, which is a rain fight. So, Ludicolo is sticking around. And the rest of the team. So I need Blaziken. I need Lucario. Need Slowbro. You can go back down there. I need Metagross. And Medicham. Yeah, more encounters is nice. And it also seems like there's a lot of really good mons, which is always good. Reliant Ian has not been cooked yet. I've actually cooked every fight up to Reliant Ian, but the couple of fights just before them, there's a few risks, so I kind of just want to run them before I start really cooking at that, because I'd hate to cook some really sick line for that and then lose them on. That's kind of important. It's not going to be as good as my last Reliant Ian fight. In my winning run, I had Garchomp, and my Garchomp took 7 kills on Reliant Ian. It killed all 6 of Reliant Ian's mons, and also my own Ordino that I sacked into it. Which was good fun. Okay, so we got some leveling up to do. Actually, quite a bit. Your 89 is fine, your 85 is fine. You need to go up to 91. Yeah, very good. And then you also need to go all the way up to 91. Is this line riskless? I think there is technically some fiction in this fight, but I think it's proper fiction territory. It's like multiple liquidation crits and defense drops. Perfect. You need to go to level 90, and you're fine. So there we go. So, okay, first up, I need to grab a flyer because I need to go change the scanner item again. Because we need a choice scarf in this one. I tell you what, one thing that I am finding annoying cooking these compared to my last run is not having 2 scanner items feels bad. 2 scanner items just frees up so many cool things you can do on these fights, but yeah, I mean, what does it matter? I physically just couldn't manage a heist with my box, so what can you do? I sort of done a bit of sort of rough theory crafting with how I could do a heist in this run, and I'm pretty sure it relied on getting a B-drill early, so I had B-drill for Tate and Liza rather than Instatopolis, because that opens up a lot of cool things on that fight. And the other thing is probably because my only, why did I go to not steep? Probably because I was talking about Tate and Liza. Oh yeah, I think it would have been using Trace Gardevoir rather than, my only option would have been Skill Swap Claydol. And Skill Swap Claydol really doesn't do too much on that fight. You definitely could have done something, even just been a sack, and it probably could have happened, but yeah, anyway. Okay, so we got our scarf, so we'll grab Ludi back. I do actually need to check Ludi's XP. You're fine. So, let's get some items. I do need one. I need Medishamites here. And then I just need some items. So I need my Choice Scarf is for Lucario. I need a black belt on Blaziken. I need a Miracle Seed for Ludicolo. Then I need, where is it? I need a Muscle Band on Metagross. And I need Twisted Spoon for Slowbro. Perfect. 89, 85, 91, 91, 98. Perfect. Levels are fine. So then I just need a little bit of pre-status and damage. So Ludicolo and Slowbro both need to be burned, and Ludicolo needs to be at 158 HP. Perfect. Okay, and with that we can head out and go jump into the fight. So, this next one is a rain fight. It's the first rain fight after those 2 sun. And yeah, I feel like my box struggles a little bit with answers to water types. I mean, obviously I've got Ludicolo, which is nice, but yeah. And you know, I don't have too many things that are super fast to deal with Swift Swim mons either. Because my only Swift Swim is Golduck, and Golduck is garbage. Well, it's not garbage, but it's not good anyway. Anyway, we can head down. So we've done that one, we've done this one. And here we go, next fight. Tisha with a rain team. Okay, here we go. So, she opens with a Focus Sash Copperaja. We are opening with a Ludicolo so that we can fake out to break the sash. That's all this opening is for. So we break our sash, provided flinches, perfect. Our Rain Dish and our Burn will cancel out, so we'll stay at 158 HP, which is fine. So that is the HP at which we are baiting a Power Whip exactly. Because this is now no longer the first turn, it will always go for a slow kill with Power Whip instead of clicking Stealth Rocks, which is important. So on this Power Whip, we are simply just going to swap into Blaziken. There we go. Take that. That was a crit, but that's fine. It literally doesn't matter. And now with our Muscle Band and the Sash broken, we always kill close combat. Perfect. This will now bait in Vaporeon for only Scald. Can't click anything else, it's just Scald. This is Rest, Baton Pass, Acid Armor with leftovers and hydration. It's a bit of a pain, but this is always clicking Scald because it sees a kill. It actually sees like a kill like 4 times over without damage and our defense drop. We're just going to go back into Ludicolo. Now, with our Miracle Seed, we throw a 2-shot into this so it can never click Acid Armor. Because it doesn't have any boosts, it can then for never click Baton Pass. And our Giga Drain always massively out-heals Scald. Because we 4 times resist the Scald. So this will just be a Scald here. This is... I think that was a low roll, so it's definitely not going to be a 2-shot. That's fine. We do need to control it a little bit here, though, because I'm just going to Giga Drain again. I actually hope this doesn't crit and kill. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, we clicked Rest there. That's fine. What I'm actually going to do here at full HP is going to get knocked off just to get rid of its leftovers. It's going to Scald. Perfect. Because I want to be at a fairly specific HP threshold after when I kill this. I'm going to Giga Drain here because I'm below it at the moment, so I want to get back above. Scald. This should hopefully put me into it. Perfect. So Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to Magical Leaf and hope this kills. I think it's a range. It doesn't kill. That's unfortunate. Okay, it clicks rest. So how do I want to do this? I think the play is Magical Leaf, Giga Drain, Magical Leaf. Because the range I want to be in is I want to be between 212 and 235. Which is a little specific, but it's kind of important. Okay, that's a crit. That's fine, I think. So I'm going to Giga Drain here. Doesn't kill, that's fine. Gets me back to full. So hopefully now I fix rest there. It should be fine. I think I can just do that again. Eventually it will run out of rest. It should run out of rest well before I run out of PP. So I'm going to do the same again. Magical Leaf, Giga Drain, Magical Leaf. I think I maybe underestimated how difficult it was going to be to keep in this range. Hopefully this will be the one. Hopefully it Scald's here. Perfect. Which should put me into the range. It does. And now I'm plus and I can feel magic. So there we go. It works out. This is exactly how I wanted it. I'm in the right range of HP. And Magical Leaf kills. So in this specific range, it means I am going to bait in... Well, I'm not going to bait in Phalanx, because Phalanx sees a kill at 211, but I will bait in Bear Tick, who sees a kill at 235, so it's going to be Bear Tick for Ice Crash. So perfect. Should be Bear Tick. Perfect. It's Bear Tick, and it will be going for Icicle Crash. This is Super Swim for the Life Orb. Now, with this, we can simply swap into our Scarf Lucario. Lucario takes the Icicle Crash pretty easily, and with our Scarf is faster than Bear Tick. The Life Orb doesn't matter. We still always just kill with a close combat. Perfect. This is going to bait in Poliwrath, and it's going to be Poliwrath for either of its attacking moves, but importantly it can never belly drum. And it can never Hypnosis either, and even if it could, Hypnosis would actually be fired anyway. So this is either going to be Liquidation or Drain Punch. We're just going to go into Slowbro. Slowbro walls this with the Twisted Spoon. We actually show it a kill. Drain Punch is good. I think there is a bit of fiction here with Liquidation defense drops. Could make it sketchy. Better burn, so I want to check. Is it better for me to... I think here I just Future Sight, because Future Sight is a guaranteed kill. Okay, that's a crit. No defense drop, please. Okay, we're fine then. If that had been double crit plus a defense drop, we might have been dead to that, which is not good, but that's fine. Now we can slack off, and we're just gonna slack off until this dies. because without Twisted Spoon, Future Sight is a guaranteed kill. We can't swap out early because Future Sight, if we swap out, won't have the Twisted Spoon boost anymore. It only has it while we're on the field, but that's fine. Future Sight should come down here, I believe. Yes. There we go. Poliwrath dies. Perfect. So we out-damaged both of these mons in the back, so it should just be Comfey coming out. Yeah, perfect, and it's just going to click Dazzling Gleam or Leaf Seed or Calm Mind. Actually, any of them are fine. We can just go into Metagross. Metagross completely walls this thing. Yeah, that does basically nothing. And we can just kill with a Medium Mash. We get Leaf Seeded, that's completely fine. Medium Mash always kills this. The attack boost doesn't matter. Well, conveniently it does mean, well, the attack boost means that we didn't actually need the Muscle Band. The Muscle Band was so that we always showed a kill to Phalanx in the back. Because this Phalanx in the back has no retreat, we didn't want it clicking no retreat. So the Muscle Band just meant Zen Headbutt Showed to kill. But that doesn't matter, we can now just switch into Medicham. Medicham lives any of its moves. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we don't even need that defense drop either. But, yes, now Medicham can Mega Evolve and kill it with Zen Headbutt. Become faster, kill it with Zen Headbutt. And that is the third fight of Erratic Weather done. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. And we can head back now and jump straight into the next one. I would say those are probably the three easy ones down. The rest are all pretty demonic. There's definitely some risks we're going to be taking, and there's not everyone is going to come out alive, let's say that. Okay. Let me grab items off first. Okay. So, next fight. It's another rain fight. Again, it's absolutely demonic. So the team we need is Archeops. We do need Ludi. We need Octillery. We need Torterra. We need Salazzle. And we need Metagross. Okay, let me check levels. Archeops needs to be 90, yep. Artillery needs to be 91. Zappator, that's correct, you need to be 91. And you need to be 91 as well. Okay. And that is going to be the team. Let me just go, need to switch out our scanner item. We need to show some bands here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now we want items. So our choice band needs to go to Archeops. We need Miracle Seed back for Ludicolo. We want a Mystic Water on Artillery. And then we want Citrus Berries on everyone else. This fight is a bit complicated. I think there's a few diverging lines in it as well. We should be completely fine. And I need do some teaching. So I need a Seismic Toss. This is a replenishable TM, so I don't need to worry about that. We're going to be teaching this to Ludicolo over Magical Leaf. Yeah, easy man. Enjoy the melt. Are you gonna stream it or just play offline? We also need Surf, and we need to keep Surf to Artillery. Teach it over Ring Out, I guess. Stream it, nice. Okay. Cool. Enjoy the stream. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, and one last thing, we need 2 bits of pre-damage. We need pre-burn on Metagross and pre-burn on Ludicolo. Which we should have now. Yep, here we go. There's no pre-damage though? No. Okay. Cool. Time to head over and do this fight. Done you, and done you. So here we go. So this is swimmer Clarence. Here we go. So Clarence here opens with a Dragonite. This is Inner Focus Yachi Berry. So, well, it's Inner Focus, not multi-scale, which is important because, well, it means you can't fake it out, but it does mean you do plenty of damage. Oh, this is also a thunderstorm, so we also have electric train as well as the rain, which is really fun. And the Yachi Berry means you can't really kill this with an ice type move. But Choice Band Archeops does kill it with a Rock Slide. So, Rock Slide just kills this. Perfect. Now, this will base in the only mon that is faster than us, and that is Seismitoad in the back with Swift Swim and a Life Orb. This Seismitoad completely 100% box checks me. It is like actually insane. I have nothing in my box that can handle this safely without a sack anyway. There are only 2 mons in my box that don't straight up die to any one crit, and that is Torterra, who can't get crit, and Ludicolo, who is very, very close to being dead to 1 crit. Which means, unfortunately, we are just sacking into this. So, we are saying 07 to Octillery. Almost certain. There is a fiction chance that Octillery can survive this. It is complete fiction, but it is technically a chance. That was quite a low roll. Oh. Let's actually make sure I've got the right Octillery set in my cal. So that was quite a low roll, which is good, which means this is almost certainly Power Whip. If we dodge this Power Whip, there is a chance we can live. But we don't. So unfortunately, it is 07 Octillery. You could not dodge a second Power Whip to save your life. But now with a free switch, Torterra can come in and can kill this safely. So this is always going to Weather Ball, which does still a crazy amount of damage, but we will live that, get a bit of health back from Citrus, and then kill this with a Wood Hammer. We do kind of want this to low roll for steering territory, but that's fine. So we Wood Hammer here, take a bit of recoil, down to 84 HP. So this is going to bait in the first thing that is faster and sees a kill, which is Jinx. Okay, that is nice where I think we've dodged the Jinx fiction, because the Jinx fiction was if this was low enough HP to bait an Aura Sphere, but we're not, so that's fine. So this is either Freeze Dry or Psychic. We are going to swap into Metagross here, who walls this. We're burned, so we can't get frozen by Freeze Dry, and because we don't actually care about the attack drop, because Meteor Mash, even with a burn, still guarantees kills. So we take that. Because it has a Focus Sash, it means it can actually Nasty Plot on this turn, but that would also be completely fine. So we're going to click Meteor Mash. It clicks Aura Sphere, which is highest damage. That's fine. So now is when I need to check what HP it's going to be at. So I think Burn here is going to trigger our Citrus. Yeah, okay, good. So Burn does 16 damage to us. Because we can kill this now with Bullet Punch to do it fast. So if we kill it now, we are going to go down to 179 HP. which is perfect. That is in the range that we need. So we are just going to take this kill with bullet punch now. If we were too low there, we could have switched into Salazzle and had Salazzle kill it, which would have got us the same outcome. But we obviously don't need to do that now. So this is going to bait in Magnezone for Thunder. This is sturdy, custom Magnezone with Explosion, bit of a demon, but that's fine. It always sees a kill with Thunder here, so this is always going to be Thunder. So we can go into Torterra here. Torterra obviously takes nothing from Thunder. Perfect. Because we are low HP, this is guaranteed to see it. This always sees a kill with Flash Cannon, which means we can go into Ludicolo on the Flash Cannon. This doesn't deal too much damage. Perfect. That doesn't matter because. So this is now always a Thunder. Even with that special defense drop, even if it max roll crit, it's still always a Thunder. Even if it was min rolls, it's still always a Thunder. First we're going to Fake Out to break it sturdy. Perfect. Perfect. And now this is another Thunder again. We're going to switch back into Torterra. Yeah, there we go. Torterra takes nothing. And because Torterra is faster and sturdy has now been broken, we can kill this with an Earthquake. Perfect. So now the next one that's faster and kills us will be Armaldo. It sees a kill with Leech Life and only Leech Life. It's Swift Swim, it has Sword Stance, but here it is going for Leech Life, and we can just switch into Archeops. On the Leech Life will never put it into Defeatist range, it's always less than 50%. And with our Choice Band, we now simply kill with Rock Slide. Okay, also I think we're going to level up here. That is fine. Just make sure I note it down. This is fine. You leveling up didn't matter. So this is now Tentacruel last. It has Scald, Toxic, Sub, and Protect. With only Scald as damaging, we are simply going to swap into... This is Rain Dish and Black Sludge, so a lot of recovery. We're going to switch into Ludicolo. Ludicolo should win this matchup. Hopefully. This is the one I'm was a little bit sketchy on. So Seismic Toss and Giga Drain both always break sub with the Miracle Seed. So if it subs, that's fine. It does also have incentive to protect, so this is probably going to be a Protexia. So I'm actually going to click Knockoff first. Yeah, it does protect. So now it's pretty 50-50. I'm actually... To start with, I'm just going to knock off first. Okay, Scald, that's good. That's what I wanted there. So I'm just going to get rid of its Black Sludge, which makes this matchup a little bit better. This is now pretty likely to be a Protect again. it can actually never be sub. I'm just gonna... Because we do out-heal it with Giga Drain, but I'm just conscious of not using all my people. I'm gonna Seismic Toss here as it, yeah, almost certainly protects. And yeah, once again, because of range-ish, we're neutral HP with our burn, we're not losing anything, which is fine. I feel like I should probably start counting some PP. Let's use 3 Scalds and 2 Protects, I believe. So the HP I do want to be careful of is 47. So this is probably Protect again, so I'm going to Seismic Toss. Okay, it does Scald again. That's fine. Seismic Toss does actually do more damage than Giga Drain. So given this is likely to be a Protect, I am going to Seismic Toss again. Yeah, there we go. Now I think I am fine to just, now that it's used some of those Protects, I think I am fine to spam Giga Drain now. Probably. We'll see. Okay, definitely Giga Drain on this one. How much PP does Scald have? That's important. Scald is 15 PP, okay. So I'm unlikely to run out of that, but not impossible. This is probably a Protect, so I'm going to Seismic Toss again. It's Scald. This actually will probably kill them. I think based on the amount it's been doing, that's a kill. Yeah, that's a kill. And there we go. That's done. There we go. So yeah, I think that matchup at the end there I think was a little bit sketchy, but that's fine. We get through it. I was trying to for a while find a mon that could do both the role Salazzle had in this fight, which was basically just backup for Metagross, and then also be backup for Ludicolo. But in the end, there wasn't really an option for that. And then in the end, I decided that the Metagross backup was more important, because if Metagross was too low, it would have baited in Armaldo first, which then meant that instead of being, after Archeops kills that, instead of it being Tentacruel, it's Magnezone for random either Thunder or Flash Cannon, which obviously nothing can switch in on. But anyway. 07 Octillery couldn't quite save itself this time. And we are up to 29 deaths now, unfortunately. So grab items back. And we can fly back. First, okay. I'm going to fly back via Slateport because we do need to switch out our choice item again. For our next one, we need a choice scarf. And I'm actually going to switch out here because we do need to teach some moves. So, team on this next one. Well, first thing I need is Galvantula. 07 Auxiliary. Well, that death box is almost full now. I need Galvantula because we need to go teach Galvantula Thunder. So I'll fly up and do that now while I'm flying around. And then we can get the rest of the team. Okay, so we need Thunder. I'm going to teach that to Galvantula. And we're going to drop Thunder Wave. It's nice utility, but Galvantula doesn't have the staying power to like actually be on the field to click it. And the other moves are just all more useful, so yeah. Fortunately, we will be dropping that for Thunder. Okay, and we can fly back and get the rest of the team ready. Okay, so let's get the team. So we need Galvantula's already there. We need Gengar. We need Golduck, Torterra, Goodra gets to come out, and Ludicolo as well. And that is our team of 6. We do have a decent amount of leveling up to do. So Galvantula needs to get to level 90. Perfect. And Gengar needs to be level 88. Golduck is going all the way up to 89. I think this is actually going to be 2 first-time appearances for both Golduck and Goodra. I think this is both of their first times coming to a fight, which is nice. Good to actually get some use out of them. So there we go, that's Golduck leveled up, you're fine, and you need to go all the way to 91. We also need, we're going to teach TM here, we are going to teach a Rock Tomb TM to Goodra. I think I'm actually going to do that over Iron Tail. I think Iron Tail is probably the least valuable move. The Flex Slot's better. Like the Dragon Pulse is good, Outrage is good for showing kills. Power Whip probably has a few more uses. So I think I'll drop Iron Tail here. There's obviously also an Eye that's a Steel Stab. I'm never going to use Iron Tail. If I'm going Steel Stab, it's probably going to be like either Flash Cannon or Heavy Slam TMs. So we'll drop Iron Tail here. And we'll drop that for Rock Tomb, which is fine. Because the Flex Slot will be valuable on this. It learns like every move, so. Okay, and then we can get our items. So, the Choice Scarf is going on Galvantula. We We want a Mystic Water for Golduck. And then some berries. We want a Roast Berry on Torterra. And a Cherry Berry for Goodra. Then need some pre-damage too, so there we go. So we need Gengar at 188, and we need Ludicolo at 116. Actually, I want to check, are you close to leveling up now? No, you aren't. No, you're max level anyway. Which is what I have, so that's fine. So there we go. That is what we need. I'm going to do a quick double check. So Galvantula has Choice Scarf and Thunder. You've got no item 188. You've got Mystic Water. You're fine. Your Roast, your Cherry, your Cocktail. Okay. I am just gonna switch that on. Okay, cool. So that, I think we are good to head into this fight. Perfect. So this is another rain fight. No electric terrain this time, but you know, still rain. Still plenty of demons to give us grief. Okay, so we've done that one, done the double, and then we've done these two. You show us the next one after this. I'll save just in case. That was the one we just did, yeah. So yeah, just done that one. And I think this is the area that has an optional, I believe. Okay, here we go. So this, I believe, should be Swimmer Rodney. Perfect. So Swimmer Rodney here opens with Swift Swim, Water Gem, Mantine. It does insane damage with Hydro Pump, Hurricane, Ice Beam. It is insanely quick. But luckily, with a Choice Scarf, our Galvantula is faster and Thunder kills. I was actually kind of, it took me a while to find this line because my Galvantula was so underleveled in the calc, it was slower, even with a Scarf, and didn't kill without Thunder, but I did spot it eventually, luckily. So this is going to bait out the Gourgeist. Because nothing sees kill on us, so it's just the first one that out damages us, which is this Gourgeist, because we're faster than everything. So this Gourgeist here, it doesn't always see a kill, but if it, so it could go, so most likely it's going to go for Poltergeist, which is highest damage, but it could also go for Explosion. Either of those are completely fine, because we are going to go into Gengar. Gengar has no item, so Poltergeist does nothing. And I'm just realizing that I forgot this thing had Shadow Sneak and we're dead to a Shadow Sneak crit, which would be really bad, so please don't do that. We're going to kill with Shadow Ball. Please don't kill me. Okay, thank you. That's bad. That's actually quite bad. So this here should be. Hang on, let me see. Can I change this line? No. Okay. So originally this was supposed to be, therefore, Drift Bloom coming in and only going for Shadow Ball, but because I forgot about that, it can actually now go for Weather Ball as well. We're just going to hope it doesn't. Well, actually going for Weather Ball is fine, as long as it doesn't high roll crits. Because we are swapping straight back into Galvantula. Galvantula always lives Shadow Ball, but there are some rolls of crit Weather Ball that would kill it. Shadow Ball, okay, perfect. We're completely fine now, we're back on track. So now what we can do is we can click Fault Swish. This is not going to kill, even if it crits, it's got a sash and it can't kill. And this is always random move, it can never explode, it always says kill with either Shadow Ball or Weather Ball. And we're going to send out Golduck. Golduck doesn't take too much from either of these moves. Yeah, perfect. And now we can kill this with Flip Turn. Volt Switch into Flip Turn here always kills. And also, we were always at a high enough HP that we didn't die to Aftermath, which is going to trigger here. So even if it was max roll Shadow Ball crit, that never happens. And obviously it could never Thunder Wave because we had an electric type out, it could never explode because it Sword Kill. Fine. So Golduck turns out, and now we get a free switch in to choose our basing for the rest of the fight. So what we're going to send out is we're going to send out Ludicolo. Ludicolo is here purely for basing. What? Hang on. I think I messed this line up. Okay, yeah, I've just completely messed this line up. Damn, this is not a good cook. I should check this. Anyway, so this is not going to be Blastoise, which is what I was intending. This is going to be Masquerain for either Bug Buzz or Air Slash. Which I think is fine. Maybe. We can steer a bit. We go into Goodra. This Air Slash is fine. You can't really do much to Goodra. That's the point. We're just going to kill it with a Rock Tomb. Although, am I going to kill it with a Rock Tomb? I think I actually want to stay in and take some damage here. So I think I want to get myself under 104 so that it... So I'm just going to Power Whip. Oh, that's why I don't want to do this, because that's a Stun Spore. Okay. So I completely messed this line up. This was not a well-fit fight, but that's okay, I guess. I'm going to click You Can Power Whip and hope we don't get infinitely screwed over. It missing Hydro Pumps is a way that happens. Third, okay. I'm gonna do that one more time. Actually, no. I'm gonna go for the kill on this one. If it misses, that's bad, but thankfully it didn't. So this should be fine, I think. So this is now going to be Blastoise. And it sees a kill with most rolls of body press, which means it shouldn't click iron defense. Hopefully. If it clicks iron defense, we might be in trouble. Because on body press we can switch into Torterra, and Torterra handles this. If it clicks iron defense though, it's not good. Okay, it clicks body press, we're completely fine. Because now Woodhammer just kills when it eventually doesn't protect. Yeah, Woodhammer always kills. Scold can never kill us, and we've got a Rost in case we get burned. There we go. That's a little scary, but we were always living there. Even max roll, well, if max roll body press into max roll Scold never killed with recoil. And it's Pukumuku last, it can't do anything really. We're gonna go into Gengar. This thing, its only way it can damage anyone is with Toxic. We are a poison type though, which means our Toxic is perfectly accurate even through that double team boost, and it can't poison us unless it clicks Soak into us. But if it clicks Soak into us, we can just switch back and forth with yeah. Anyway, so that's fine. Now we win this, we just gotta wait a bit. And we can click the Sludge Bomb. We never crit kill, so we don't have to worry about innards outs here. But we can speed this up a little bit. I don't think I'll click it anymore, but now we just wait. So yeah, that was a little bit of a scuff fight. I completely forgot. So the point of going Ludicolo was it was supposed to bait Blastoise first, but I kind of forgot that Masquerain was actually just faster than it and it would come out first. No, there we go. Now it finally soaks. So we're going to switch out so that it can't Toxic us, because we have another Pokemon in the team immune to Toxic. We have a Goodra. So we can just swap into Goodra. Actually, we can just stay into Goodra because we paralyzed it. Well, it is paralyzed, should I say. I could have actually done that a lot more consistently too, because I could have just pre-damaged Goodra. But anyway, that's fine. We got through unscathed even without a little bit of a steer. And we can head on. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Fight done. We can move on to the next one, which I believe is the last rain fight. Yeah, okay. So we got the last rain fight now. Okay, cool. There's some fiction in this fight. that we're very much hoping to dodge, but it should be fine. So let me grab items off. Okay, cool. Oh, actually, I do want to check that. Okay, no, never mind. So, to start with, I'm gonna grab Metagross because we need to take him, and I'm going to grab Archeops as a flyer because we need to go teach Ice Punch. I'm gonna do that first. There we go. We want Ice Punch for Metagross. Over Break. Perfect. So we need, because the choice scarf is the correct item, so we can head back and get tea. So yeah, this fight is a little bit sketchy. A little bit of fiction, but hopefully we should be fine. So we need Goodra first up. We need Chandelure too. We need Aggron. We do need Golduck. And the last one, we need a Beetle. This fight was kind of annoying to plan because I wanted like 3 different Mega Evolutions in this fight. That would have been nice, but it doesn't work like that, so that is okay. So, checking, we do need to do some leveling up. So we need you to 91, you to 91, and you two are both fine. Berries, we need a citrus on Goodra. Then we need to teach Surf to Golduck. And we teach it over Hydro Pump. Okay, cool. Okay, and then held items, we want Scarf for Metagross. Actually, we need Mystic Water again for Golduck. We need a black belt on Aggron. And then one thing we actually need, is kind of interesting, we need a Ghost Gem on, there we go, Ghost Gem on Chandelure. We are not intending to use this Ghost Gem, but we want it to show a kill. And then last we need Beedrillite for Beedrill. Okay, so let me double check the team. You got your 91 and a citrus, your 91 and a ghost gem, 91 with a black belt, got a bead light, your Mystic Fortune, you've got Surf, you've got Ice Punch and Voice Scarf. Okay. Let's go. Or what? Yeah, pretty sure it's the last rain fight in Erratic Weather. Oh no, sorry, there's one more rain fight. The last one is a rain fight, so. Not quite the last one, but pretty much. Okay, cool. Let's get it. So here we have another crazy Swift Swim opener. This time it's King Drop. I have basically nothing that one-shots it, or can even outspeed it even with a scarf. But that's okay, because Gudra does wall it pretty well. I believe you are who we just fought. So now I'm pretty sure this next section is where there's an optional that's swimming around there. Yeah. And then it's there, I believe. This should be Swimmer Katie. Okay, here we go. So it opens with her Swift Swim Kingdra. This has a Dragon Gem with Dragon Pulse, does a crazy amount of damage, Hydro Pump, Hurricane, Ice Beam. All great fun. But Gudra does wall it pretty well, so we're just going to two-shot this with Dragon Pulse. Of course, it's going to Dragon Pulse first. I don't want this one to crit. There's fiction territory if this crits, which it doesn't, so we're good. Yeah, we two-shot it. It's obviously, it's just used its gem, it's reduced its power, so... Yeah, it's going to Dragon Pulse again. We'll trigger our citrus and go back up a bit higher, which is nice. Okay, so this is going to send out Toxicroak, because Toxicroak sees a fast kill with Cross Chop and only Cross Chop. There was a little bit of fiction where Sucker Punch could have seen a kill if we'd been crit, I think double crit was required, double crit and high roll, but we didn't. So now, let me double check. So now we're going to do a little bit of, just tiny little TP stall. So basically what we are going to do, this is always a cross chop, we are going to switch into Chandelure on said cross chop. Perfect. Now with our Ghost Gem, we show this a kill. We show this with our highest roll of Shadow Ball, shows a kill to this, so it can never click Sword Stance here. So it is going to always be Sucker Punch as highest damage. So with that, we can swap back to Gudra. I think we could also do this with Aggron, but I'm just going to do it with Gudra. We can swap back to Gudra on the Sucker Punch and take nothing. So this is now again always cross chop. And we keep doing this, and we are going to run it out of cross chop and Sucker Punch PP. Sucker number 2, and important to note, the Sucker Punch AI that discourages it is only if it used Sucker Punch last turn, not if it used it like at all. So doing this pivoting, it should still always be Sucker Punch as well. So that is 3 cross chops. Third Sucker Punch, perfect. Cross chop number 4. Sucker Punch number 4. Perfect. Now this should be the final cross chop here, number 5. It's only got 5. Its PP max move is Gunk Shot, not cross chop, so or Sucker Punch. So that's number 5. And now this should be the last Sucker Punch 2. This time we're going to swap into Aggron. On what should be the 5th and final Sucker Punch. This thing now has only Gunk Shot, which doesn't damage Aggron, or Sword Stance. It should here click Sword Stance because it shouldn't be able to trigger Switch AI, because Sword Stance is still a valid move for it because we don't show it a kill and it's faster. So here we're just going to Heavy Slam. This should always stay in and click Sword Stance. Perfect. So we Heavy Slam. This can crit kill. If it does, that's fine. It doesn't actually matter because now we're just going to click Heavy Slam again. Again, it can't trigger Switch AI, and also it's below 50%, so it can't anyway. Gunk Shot, yeah, doesn't matter. We take nothing and we kill. Perfect. So with this is now going to base in Rotom, which just sees kill with Leaf Storm. As in, like, literally its max roll of Leaf Storm is 232, which sees kill, just. So with this, we are going to swap into Beedrill. This can also Nasty Plot. If it Nasty Plots, that's also completely fine. Exactly. There we go. So, we Nasty Plot. Let's say it Nasty Plots. We simply can just Mega Evolve and kill it with U-Turn. This always kills. It's an Aya Papa Berry, so no Sash or anything. And we're completely fine. Perfect. So now we are going to send out Golduck. Perfect. So this is quite important. There is only one Mon that is faster than Golduck and sees it kill, and that is the Choice Band Dreadnought in the back with Swift Swim. And now this is exactly Head Smash. I had to do the opening this way because this is the only way I could get it to be going for Head Smash and only Head Smash. Too many other things was either random move from it, which was just absolutely truck. So yeah, now this is Head Smash and only Head Smash. We're going to go back into Aggron. There is fiction here to just wipe. because if it gets 2 high roll crits, Aggron dies. And that is not a crit, and we are completely fine. We're good. So now we kill this with a body press with our black belt. We could have gone citrus and a bit of pre-damage and then always lived, but then body press was very much a range to kill if it low rolled head smashes, which meant we were kind of struggling. So I figured this was the least risky option. So this is now going to be Goodra, and it's going to be going for Aqua Tail. But importantly, it always sees a kill, so it can never click first. We're going to go into Metagross with our Choice Scarf and Ice Punch. Metagross is a good option here. Aqua Tail, unless it crit, well, is a 3-hit KO with crits or just a 2-hit KO without. Ice Punch is because we're Choice Scarf, we're faster than it, so it can't set up curses. Break, we don't care about Breaking Spike because we're Clear Body, it can't lower our attack. So we just click Ice Punch. It is a very, very good roll, 2-hit KO. And that looks like a high roll, so I think we're fine. But even if we had missed the, I think it's the 1 in 16, like 8% to not kill it with 2 Ice Punches, it needed to crit one of its Aqua Tails into me anyway. But I think, based on the roll, I think this should just kill it. Perfect. Perfect. So finally, this is Durant, is the last one. This is Hustle, Bug Gem with First Impression, does insane damage. It's going to be clicking either of its bug moves, that's okay, we are going to switch into Chandelure. Chandelure does not take much from these bug type moves, although it does actually hit, because obviously it can miss with Hustle. Cool. This is now going for only Rock Slide, so with that we can switch into Golduck. Perfect. Golduck always lives this, and thanks to Swift Swim, is faster, and a Mystic Water Surf kills. Perfect. And that is Demon down. Okay, now we can head on back. And we've got one more fight prepared. When I say prepared, this is by far the riskiest fight we've got. There's a lot that can go wrong on this one. Yeah, I'm not at all going to lie about that one. There's a lot that can go wrong. And if it does, then, well, it does. So, we'll see. Yeah, this one should be fine. I think the average outcome is very much that we win the fight, and we win it deathless. But it's certainly not safe. And I could sit in the calc for a while more and try and find something. But honestly, I don't think there is. You know, like, I'm bringing the ghost to the fight, and so we're just going to have to hope that they can get it done. Okay. Okay. So, the team we need for this fight is we need Blaziken. We need Archeops. We need Aggron and Chandelure. We need Salazzle. And we need Rhyperior. We do need to do a little bit of leveling. So we need Blaziken up to level 88. And we need everyone else to be 91. Cool. Then items. What was that choice item again? Yeah, Choice Scarf. Okay, Choice Scarf is what we want. We want that on Archeops. And then everyone else actually just gets a citrus. Cool. And then finally, the last thing we need to do is we need to pre-burn Chandelure. Which should be done. Okay, perfect. So with that, we are ready to take on the fight. Yeah, this fight is not consistent at all. There's a lot of demons. We're just gonna kind of just hope. I think the start is definitely the sketchy bit. If the start goes wrong, we could end up sort of being forced to sack Aggron, maybe, or, you know, maybe Blaziken, which obviously would not be ideal, but might have to do what we have to do. Yeah, this fight was the main reason why I wanted to do these fights now, because honestly this line is just so sketchy and I've got so many goats that if something goes wrong and I lose one, I actually want to have a look. What do you... Okay, you go that way. That's the one I just did. Oh. Well, I hope I'm ready, because I just got jump scared by that. But anyway, I am ready. Here we go. So, Swimmer Zappator opens with, it's a sun fight, and opening with Intimidate Overquill. This has Explosion, Throat Chop, Spikes, Toxic Spikes. We're slower than it, and we're just going to let it get up a hazard, which is fine enough. If it goes for Throat Chop, that would actually be really, really great. I would really love it if it goes for Throat Chop. If it goes for Toxic Spikes, that's also really good. Spikes is probably in the lines where things get weird. So we are just going to let it do that, and we're going to kill it with Overheats. Poison Spike, that's actually really good. Okay, Toxic Spikes is great. That is definitely the second best outcome. So Overheat kills, and this is now going to bait in Talon Flame for Acrobatics. The reason why we had to level Butterfly's been up a little bit was so that if it had clicked Throat Chop, we were still out of Flare Blitz range. So this is always Acro, we can go into Aggron. Obviously we can't get Poison because we're a Steel type, which is why Toxic Spikes are better for this line. Perfect. And now we just kill this with the Rock Slide as it probably clicks Solar Beam. If it clicks Flare Blitz and then also burns us, is where we can be in a lot of trouble. Just, okay, please don't burn, please don't burn, please don't burn. Crit is not good either. But no burn. Okay. Actually, I think with the recoil we might have been fine anyway. But, oh well. So this is now... Actually, that is perfect. That is actually exactly what I wanted. This is actually a perfect HP to be at. I'm actually glad it crit. Because this is now going to be Slurp off. And it's going to... Because we're at high enough HP that it never sees kill with Dazzling Gleam, with its Fairy Gem and Unburden, this is always Flamethrower. So we can switch into Chandelure. And because there's no Unburden, it means Chandelure is going to stay faster than this. Perfect. Chandelure pretty much walls this, so even if it had been Dazzling Gleam, it was fine anyway. And the reason we are burned on Chandelure here was so that we didn't get poisoned by Toxic Spikes, because going burn with a Citrus Berry, basically it evened out the options between there being spikes or there being Toxic Spikes. Because I could have gone like no burn but Pecha, but then that was worse in Spike anyway. This is fine, I went with it, things have gone well, so we can just kill this with Overheat. Oh, actually, I think I might have made a mistake there. That was maybe just a mistake. Because this is now going to be Venusaur. Oh, actually, the burn... Okay, the burn makes it a bit better. So this is Venusaur here. It sees a kill with most rolls with Earth Power. But there's some that it doesn't, so therefore it can click Growth. Because it's got a sack, so it doesn't see that we kill it. Because we would kill it even if with our -2 special attack, but... Anyway, so this is either Earth Power or Growth. We're going to go into Archeops. Just please don't be Growth. Make it easy. Okay, Earth Power, okay, we're completely fine then. We're flying, so we don't care about the spikes. We're Choice Stuff, so we are faster than this now. So we don't quite kill it with Dual Wing Bait though, so we are going to U-turn. So this breaks its Focus Sash, and this is always a Solar Beam, so we can go into Salazzle. Perfect. So Salazzle actually absorbs Toxic Spike, which is another reason why Toxic Spike line was a lot better here. And it doesn't take too much from this Solar Beam, and always baits an Earth Power. So we can go back into Archeops again. Take nothing, and now Dual Wing Beat will kill with the U-turn chip. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, with us being full HP, this is always Electivire for Wild Charge. So we can swap into Rhyperior. Perfect. Now this is always Earthquake, so we're going to go back into Archeops actually. Rhyperia could take an Earthquake and then kill this, but that gives us some inconsistencies later in the line, so we're simply going to do this. Then we U-turn. That does a third. And we're just going to do this 3 times until U-turn kills. Because baiting is always consistent, we take no damage. If there had been spikes up, obviously Rhyperia would have been taking chips, but that was accounted for, and it would have been fine. But obviously because we got rid of toxic spikes, it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, and we can just do this one more time, and then that will kill. Also, I have just noticed a fun fact that happened to be the line of this fight. We baited them fully in party order. Yeah, Overquill, Talonflame, Slurpuff, Venusaur, Electivire, and Slowking last is the exact party order for this team, which is always fun. So Archeops now finally kills with this U-turn. Perfect. And we are going to send Rhyperia back out. Okay, this is Slowking. Now with Rhyperia out, this is always Grass Knot. So we can go into Salazzle on the Grass Knot, and we can Encore it and slowly kill this. Because that does basically no damage. So we can Encore this, it gets stuck into Grass Knot, and then we can just slowly kill this with some Sludge Bombs. Just gotta make sure, because Sludge Bombs are, well, it's a roll for 3 at KO, so we're just gonna make sure to pay attention to when Encore ends. Poison, that's actually really nice. That actually means I think it's guaranteed to 3-shot now. And a crit, so that's actually just going to kill. We don't even need to use another Encore. Perfect. Look at that. And that went very, very well. Which is nice. Love to see that. And there we go. Now we can simply fly back. And that's actually all I had planned for today. The next fight is Pearly and Ian, the absolute demons themselves. So that'll be my job now to try and cook those, but that will do for today. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys another time. Okay, well, thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.